Hello, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the thermal paste on your Xbox 360 Slim. Now, one of the reasons why you might do this is because your 360 might be getting a little bit too hot, and also it's just a good idea to do it because these things are now 15 years oldish, somewhere around 15 years, and the fat Xbox 360s, they got red ring of death. They get them all the time. They even 360 fats. Here, I'll show you one. One of these or one of those. Those get red ring all the time, which means they overheat. It's not because of thermal paste. Sometimes it is though, but it's a GPU issue. But this is just to make sure your Xbox 360 Slim will live longer and hopefully it won't get red ring of death. It'll just make it cool better. So, I'm going to be showing you how to place the thermal paste on it. Now, what you're going to need is a T8 screwdriver bit, a T10 screwdriver bit, something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly, but like a pry tool. And of course, let's see, thermal paste. I just got this from Walmart, so it's alright, thermal paste. I'd recommend, Arctic Air, thermal paste. Or, maybe even Grizzly. But Corsair would be alright. This was like $7 at Walmart, so it's not that bad. So, it's not that expensive to keep your 360 running. So, let's get on with it. So, the first thing you want to do, you're going to turn it over, obviously, and plug it and everything. Turn it over to this side. There's going to be a little latch right here, or whatever. I'm going to do this. Pull that up, or open, I mean. Like that. That's where a hard drive goes, if you have a hard drive. This one doesn't have a hard drive in it, because it's a 4 gig. They don't have hard drives. So, then, should be able to just pull this piece right here off with your finger, like that. And then take this piece off, and do that actually. There's some clips in there, I don't know if you can see that. That you gotta take out or whatever. But you gotta undo. So that's what this is gonna be for. So just get try to unclip that. I don't know. I'm gonna do this off camera and then I'll explain it. Alright, I got it off. So you can see those clips, how they clip in there. Yeah, right there. So you can just see how it clips in there. Use your brain and take it off. That's all I can really say right now. I don't know how else to explain it. That's dusty. Anyways, now I'm gonna remove this other side right here. This top piece. So just take a tool like this and or flathead screwdriver or whatever. Yeah. See, if it's the first time the console's been taken apart, it's gonna be definitely pretty hard. But let me do this off camera. Alright, you can see where I just pried up, and yeah. There you go, it just comes off like that. Then you got this piece of plastic that you need to take off. And it's like the other piece of plastic that was on the other side. See the clips. So yeah, just remove this piece now. So yeah, as you can see, it's the same kind of thing. Where you got those clips and everything. So, throw that off to the side. Alright, now you're going to take T10 screwdriver bit. Yep, that's it. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. I hate this. Alright. Now you're going to remove this screw right here. This is your Wi-Fi antenna. This is how you wirelessly connect your Wi-Fi on your Xbox 360. You just pull it out. So it looks like a little USB, but that's not a USB. Definitely not a USB. But it looks like one. This is dirty. So yeah. Alright. Now that we got those two pieces off, then you flip it around to the back, and you're going to see a sticker right here. Now, this one doesn't actually have it. Let me get a console that does. Nope. This one. Okay. This one has it. It's like this. You can cut it, you can take it off, you can whatever. But peel that off or whatever. And then pick this up. You're gonna flip it around to the top right here. You can see these two clips. Now, I want to separate these. I can't do this on camera. Hold on. Yes, I can do this on camera. So just all I'm doing is pushing on this piece where the clips are actually attached onto, and just trying to separate the two sides, which I cannot get it. Hold on. You might have to use your thumb kind of to undo that bottom clip or whatever. But just like that, and then you want to like that just to make sure it doesn't get I can't speak English today. Clipped back on accident. So now flip over back to the other side. You see another clip right there. But there's also a second clip on this side, but you can't get to it. So there is actually under the sticker there's a hole. You just want to get like a paper clip or like a like a phone SIM tray remover thing, and you just want to put it in that hole. Find that hole, sticker, feel around or whatever. Find that hole, stick in. Then you're gonna be unclipping this clip while pushing this in. So like take a screwdriver and unclip that while pushing that in. And just like that, that comes undone. Flip it over to the back or the bottom, and that piece will just come right off. So throw that over to the side. Now, with your T10 screwdriver, you're gonna unscrew this screw, this screw, this screw, this screw, and this screw. So these. I'm gonna do that off camera. Alright, so now after you take out those 5 black screws, flip over the console, but have it like this somehow, like on a table or a desk or whatever, while when the front is hanging off the edge, the back is not. So now what you're gonna do, hold the faceplate like this while pulling the back of this up. I'm gonna try to set up my phone so you can see what I'm doing, but I doubt this is gonna work. No, this is not gonna work. Alright then. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna... Time for the knee. Alright. Pull that up. Now, I'm just going to do this off camera. This is too complicated. Alright, so as you can see, I did this. So what I did is I pulled this off kind of, and then I just kind of pulled this back a little bit. Now you want to be very careful because there is a cable attached right here. What you want to do like this. Make sure that's unhooked or whatever. Stop focusing on the wrong thing. And you want to take that tan piece and you want to move that back. So that way. Towards the disk drive. I cannot do this one-handed. Hold on. So as you can see, that pops out a little bit. And then you want to pull on the cable. Gently. And you can push that back in. And that's your faceplate. Damn, that's dusty. Alright, and then you can finally take off the top of the Xbox. That's clean. I thought. Alright, so now, what you want to do, you take the disk drive out. So you just want to unplug these cables. Well, actually, lift the disk drive out and unplug those cables. Hold on. And there's the disk drive. Free. So, now, take this plastic piece out. Dusty. Okay. So, now, take a T10 screwdriver. You're going to unscrew this screw right here. And lift this up. And you're going to not unplug anything. Alright. So you're going to unscrew this screw on the back. The silver screw. And then you're going to flip it over. And you're going to unscrew this screw right here. Ah, come on. There we go. Move that over there. Okay. Now, hold right there and then hit the console. And this will just come out. So wires aren't in the way. And that's the hard drive tray thing. Dusty. Okay. Now, some Xbox 360 Slims are like this. Some are not. This one's like a 2010, I think, model. Now, the 2011, 2012s, this will be different. Everything else is exactly the same, but this right here is different. This connector over here is over there, as well as that one is over there. Right? Yeah, I think so. And this plastic piece won't be there. But I'm just going to remove it. You don't have to. It's not necessary. But I am. So, let me just unplug those wires. Come on. Alright. There we go. Got unplugged. And then I'm just gonna pull up on this. There we go. That'll come out. Just put that to the side. Once again, you don't have to do that. But I did just to get it out of the way. And, okay, nothing fell. Never mind. Thought I heard something fell. Alright. Look at that cable too. Also, some Xboxes won't have this chip either. It's just a different motherboard variation. Now, watch me be an idiot. Okay, take T8 screwdriver bit. You unscrew these 2 screws on this front motherboard, front board, whatever. Motherboard, board, green thing, whatever you want to call it. And now, what you want to do is just going to pull this out. So, like that. That is in charge of the LEDs on the front of the Xbox. How the controllers connect, and the IR sensor for if you have a media remote. Now, go back to your T10 screwdriver bit. Flip the Xbox over again. You're going to unscrew this screw. And then flip back over and take this metal piece out. So I do want to mention now is a great time to dust out your Xbox, because chances are, if it's never been dusted out, it's going to be very dusty. This one's been dusted out before by me, I think, but I don't know. Can't remember. But it's dusty still. So, now what you want to do, flip the Xbox over again. You can take the T10 screwdriver bit, and you're going to unscrew this screw, this screw, this screw, this screw, and this screw. I'll be right back. Alright, now once you've done that, you unscrew these 4 black T8 screws with obviously the T8 screwdriver bit. I'm going to do that off camera. Alright, now once you've done that, carefully lift the Xbox back over. Put your hand right here. Hold the motherboard down, or whatever. And you're going to flip it over. And now, you're going to pull this away while lifting the fan, or lifting up on the fan. So it's going to be like this. Alright, there you go. Carefully remove the motherboard. And I just realized I have no place to put this. Alright. Very careful with that board. Don't want to mess up anything. And there's the case. Dust that out if you need to. Alright. So, I'm going to flip the board over carefully. I've said flip over like 1,000 times today. Not today. This video. That was going to sound weird. Okay. So, I did not mention this whenever I said, or I was talking about what tools you need. But, there's a little small flathead screwdriver. Come on, camera. Like this. Okay. Put that on the screwdriver. As everything falls on the floor. Like always. Okay. So, what you want to do is come over here and put the screwdriver right here. And be very careful when you're doing this. Make sure you don't slip and the screwdriver goes like that. Because you might knock off a capacitor or like hold on, a chip like one of these. You can't see it, but whoa, that's alright. I don't know, but one of those little chips. Let's see, there you go. Now you can see. This is kind of hard, so there we go. Now I'm gonna do this other side right here. Boom. And now this board's gonna do like this. And you just wanna hold the board and kinda push this off. And if you can't, then just kind of like that. And then it'll come loose. Come on. There we go. Alright. Put that over there. Alright, now I'm just gonna lift up on the board, not on the fan, just the board. And if that comes with your board, you just might want to flip over the board and just kind of pull this off with your hand. But be careful because there's still a wire attached, because I forgot to tell you to undo that. Let me just do that. Yeah, flip it over. I just... Come on. Okay, I can't even get it. Hold on. Got it. Anyways, boom. Dusty. Now's a great time to clean out your heatsink. That helps a lot when your console's trying to cool down, and can't, because if it's packed of dust and frickin' whatever else. And that is the CPU/GPU of the Xbox. This is the main thing of the Xbox. This is what makes the Xbox the Xbox. Well, actually the games make the Xbox Xbox. You know what, never mind. Anyways, so this wasn't in the tool list, but I just got a little brush here, just to brush some dust. That rhymes. That does not rhyme actually, but you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna go with it. So yeah, just do that. There's some other dust over here. I'll get the rest off camera, but you get the point. So, you don't want, when you're adding new thermal paste, you do not want to put new thermal paste on the old thermal paste. Duh. So, we gotta clean it off of the CPU/GPU of the Xbox, as well as the heatsink. So, to do this, get some 91% isopropyl alcohol. It actually doesn't have to be 91, at least whenever you're cleaning the heatsink. Now, it does whenever you're cleaning the board, because... don't use water, people. Anyways, I got some Q-tips, and I'm just gonna dab this in the alcohol, and I'm just gonna wet that. Alright, so I got some on it. The camera's not picking it up, but you can tell it's wet. Anyways, I just want to do this. So, now if the thermal paste doesn't start coming off already, it's fine. Just use a paper towel and put some isopropyl alcohol on that and scrub the thermal paste off like that. But usually you'll be able to get it off with a Q-pick. This, whatever it's called. I can't think right now, my bad. So yeah, I just want to get it all off of the chip. So, yeah. It's gonna look like that. You just want to go back a second time and clean it off with the Q-tip and the alcohol. So now, once you've done that, nice and shiny, you want to clean the dust off the heatsink and the thermal paste, and also clean your fan. It's disgusting. So I'm just gonna move the board on my bed because it's right by me, but put it on a soft surface or something. As I just took it off wood. Yeah, I know I'm stupid. So I'm just gonna. Now you can use compressed air or whatever, but I'm just using a brush because I don't have any compressed air right now. Can of air, whatever you want to call it. Or you could blow it out or whatever. Now, I'm gonna get out the fan. What the heck did I just drop? Okay, never mind. Hold on. Alright, so I got the fan decently cleaned out. It's good enough. Alright, so now we're gonna do the same thing, cleaning off this thermal paste with that alcohol and the Q-tip. So, alright, so you want it clean like that. Now I'm gonna get the board. Alright, here's the board. So we're gonna take out thermal paste. I've already used quite a bit of it, but anyway, take off the cap. If I can even do that. Hold on. Alright, so now that I got the cap off, we're just going to be putting the thermal paste in an X like you would on a PC. A PC's CPU. Just like that. Come on. Not even. There we go. Still got a decent amount left. So I just want to use about 1 bar. So put that back. Alright, now what you want to do is make sure the fan is like this with the cable going back there, and you want to flip it over, and we're going to take the board and you're going to okay, so some paste. Gotta swap hands. Alright, so just like that, and then I'm gonna hold that, and then we're gonna put the X clamp back on. Hold on. So I just hooked one side. Try to hook on the other. Hold on. There we go. And then you're gonna have to push down really hard on these two over here. So I'm gonna do that off camera. Alright, so pretty much you just make sure it looks like that. And then you're gonna plug the fan in. Now, this video is already 29 minutes long, so I'm not gonna film the reassembly process. So, yeah. Because this video is already gonna take like 5 hours to not probably got a whole day to upload with my internet speed. So, yeah, and I'll show you all once it's back together. And there we go. The Xbox is back together and kind of refurbished. So hope this helped, and have a good day.